Hello. Hey guys, I'm broadcasting from Chiang Mai. This video will be uploaded as soon as I finish filming this. This is because a lot of the videos that you see on my channel now have been filmed 3 to 4 months in advance. And I wanted to give you guys kind of an update to share with you how I'm doing. At the same time, I would really appreciate if you can comment down below to let me know how you're doing, because I have been feeling really disconnected. I've been traveling non-stop for the last oh gosh, I don't remember when, and I've been working extremely hard to put out all these contents and spending some quality time with my family. So in today's episode, you will expect a lot of personal updates, professional updates. We're gonna take this time to reconnect and look at some plants. Now around me here, we can see a lot of Anthurium and Dischidia. They come in many vibrant colors of pinks, reds, some of them are striped, some of them are a salmon or a flamingo pink. It's really beautiful. Now, most of these are actually hybrids. A lot of them are selectively bred. And I've mentioned them a few times in the channel, but it's nice to see a lot of these up close, especially when it's raining. And their modified leaves, the spadix, are actually wet and glistening with a bit of water. It looks really stunning. Now, there are many reasons to love the Andrianums. First of all, they flower beautifully. They flower often. They do flower indoors. And the care for them is relatively easy. And depending on where you live in the world, they're relatively affordable. And up here, you have some Dischidias. They're actually very affordable here in Thailand. And I've done a nursery tour video of the Dischidia. I'm gonna link that video up above so you can check that out. But they are grown in mass numbers here in Thailand. And I don't know how they can do that, because Dischidias, in my experience, are not the fastest growers. And when you give them this kind of coconut husk and this interesting pods, they look really interesting. And if you go around Thailand, you will see a lot of Dischidias just perched on trees, and people actually put them up there, but they quickly become overgrown and become weeds. And it's just beautiful because they're quite wild. And don't forget that the Dischidias are actually relatives of the Hoya. Some of the most common ones that we see are this Dischidia jerry, and then you also have the Oyantha variegata and also the Dischidia ruskifolia. We have actually filmed in this shop before, but look at all these Aglaonemas. They are 50 baht each. Very affordable. And if you look around Thailand, there are a lot of landscaping. A lot of them make use of Aglaonemas. And one of the reasons why landscaping is so beautiful and so wonderful in Thailand is because they're extremely affordable. Look at all these varieties of Aglaonema that you can get with just 50 baht. They're so healthy and so very lush. And every time I come to this market, I love stopping by this store, because they just have everything grown in a standard size, and it's just so stunning to look at. This is very pleasing for the eye. I wish I was a landscaper living in Bangkok. It would be such a dream to be in this position. This is actually my favorite plant, and I have a video on how to care and propagate this plant. I'm gonna link that up above. It's actually a very satisfying video to watch. It's beautiful because of its intensely beautiful leaves that is very complicated. It's like burgundy, silver, blue. It's a very complicated color wave, and they do respond to light. So the lower light you give it, the darker the foliage it will be, and then the more light you give it, the lighter the foliage will be. They also have this beautiful purple undertone, this beautiful orange bell-shaped flowers. And today is not turning out the way I wanted to, because I've been standing out here for about 2 hours and it's raining really hard. I can't really show you a lot of plants, but I have a lot of updates to share with you. One of them is that I've been recently filming with a TV channel, and I actually learned a lot about filming technique, dedication, and creativity from the team. So I'll try to apply those techniques in the future videos. Hopefully you'll see some upgraded quality in my content. I'm also trying to show a little bit more of my face, just so that you can connect better with me, and also I can get over my camera shyness. Believe it or not, I'm an introvert and I'm very shy whenever a camera is pointed at me. Ooh, and I did learn something from the TV film crew, is that I actually overworked my audio. So in the last 20 or so episodes, you will see that my voice has been crackling, it's been maximized too much. And I know that a few of you have commented on that the volume level is a little bit too loud and that their speakers are literally exploding. I really apologize. I should have listened, and I am working on getting my audio fixed. In fact, I have a new microphone on now, so I will hopefully amend some of the audio issues that I've had before. And if you've been following the channel, you know that I had my share of issues with audio from before, and I deeply apologize for that. So I've been running from store to store because not every stores here have shade. And I'm in this particular store that is very interesting. You see a lot of caudiciforms, succulents, and cacti. And I really want to spend some time in this store, so we'll look at some of these plants up close and personal. But before that, I do want to ask your opinion, music or no music? Because some of you guys have commented that the music is too much on my channel. Some of you guys liked it. Please let me know in the comment down below if you would like to see no music, some music, a different kind of music, or to keep it as it is. It would really help me out a lot. This is the name of the store, so you have their contact information. You can feel free to visit them when you are in Kham Thiang market. But here's an overview of what they have here before I show you some close-ups. Particularly love these trailing plants. And look at these layers and layers of succulent. There's some agave action happening, and this is beautiful too. I think it took a while for this plant to get here, to get to this size, but this is insanely beautiful. Beautiful, and look at the little flower buds that's come out. It's so nice when you see them in clumps like this. Yeah, look at the display of these trailing succulents. Most of the people don't really grow them trailing like this, but I think in this case it really, really works. And that is really beautiful as well. Unfortunately, I know next to nothing about succulents, but something tells me this might be a, what are you? This is the flower. I think this is a hornea of some sorts. If I'm not wrong, I've killed mine very badly, but I really like their trailing qualities here. Look at that parrot perch on the pot here. Thailand has some of the most interesting ways to display houseplants, and I can't wait to explore that in the next few episodes. Beautiful basket for the Tillandsia, and there are actually a few rows of them up here. And this one must be extra naughty because it's caged up like that. And this here, this must be some kind of Haworthia, but it's formed an interesting looking clump here, and very, very curious growth habit here. As you can see, they're like reaching out everywhere, reaching about, and this is their growth point. So we normally see them as like young plant with only a few leaves like that, but when you grow them over a long period of time, they can outreach and become this. And this is also very, very interesting. I believe this is a Dorstenia, but I could be wrong. But look at this clump that is formed. Sometimes we forget that when we buy single pots of succulents like this, they invariably will form clumps. Look at this too. This is, I think, also a Haworthia. I think the common name might be the looking glass. Stunning. And that one has put out a bloom. This here, I believe, is the Phyllanthus mirabilis. Look at how gorgeous the new leaves come out. I hope that this is the right ID, but that's how I remembered it. And the leaves become more and more green as they age. But what's really interesting about this plant is that they do form this caudex. So it is a caudiciform plant. And the way that it sprouts the leaves, it's really, really interesting. This is considered a pretty big one. Normally when I see them in a Chatuchak market, they are way smaller than this. But this is actually very beautiful. Oh my gosh. One of my wish list plants. Imagine this plant when it's like a bit of direct sunlight, or when the sun is hitting it at an angle, it would glow really beautifully. So I came across this Stephanía Kawasaki, and the shopkeeper here told me that this is actually quite rare. And look at how beautiful the vines are coming out from this caudex. This is stunning. A lot of these Stephanias are actually endemic to Thailand, such as this one here, the Stephania erecta. This is what you probably know. And what's really interesting about this is that if you look at the caudex, it's got like holes on them. So I don't know what really happened historically with this plant, but it really goes with that rock. Look at how beautiful that rock complements it. So maybe, I'm guessing it grew in its caudex. Maybe there was like a rock in the way. And when you remove the rock, you have this kind of holes left behind. But that is my best guess. But I really love that the holes are there. And this is really, really stunning. This is another Stephania. I don't know the variety name. Look at the caudex and the contrast with the leaves. A little bit deformed, but I like it. It's amazing that these is like survived. I'm guessing maybe this store do specialize in caudiciforms, because look at this one here. This is really interesting with that rock giving it support and the new leaves. Wow, this is actually really, really stunning. I must find out the name of this store so you could visit if you're here. All right, so this is the name of that store. It's got really, really interesting plants. Look at this one, grafted cacti as well. It's actually in the corner, maybe not so difficult to find, but they have some interesting plants here. Very, very peculiar shop. I do recommend this. I'm having a blast here. These are more of that Phyllanthus mirabilis. We saw the one specimen earlier, but this is what they can look like as well. Look at how beautiful the caudex leaves. Stunning. Airplane right above our heads. Please pardon it. This one is really, really naughty. Look at that. It's like doing a back bend of some sort. This is very interesting. Imagine that, and a new growth coming out from the top. This is like next level caudiciform plant, maybe almost like a bonsai too. You really gotta find one with a shape that you already like, because it looks like a sculpture and very unique. And I'm assuming it's not very cheap. Hello. Hi. This is the Kaempferia, probably the Pulchra or the elegans. This is one plant that a lot of people ask me about whenever I have it in my background, but this is a much better specimen than the one I own. They actually have beautiful pattern on the leaves. And if you follow my channel, you probably have heard me mention about this plant more than 5 times. But for those of you new to this plant, this is actually a relative to the Calatheas. They're faster to grow, they're easier to grow. The only problem is that they do go dormant, so you do need to give them a bit of a period to rest. They're also very incredibly easy to propagate. They literally send out offshoots and then they propagate themselves. They put out these bulbs off the side. So you just need to separate those when you want to propagate them. But look at how this beautiful new leaf is unfurling. This is actually a very, very beautiful plant. And there are a lot of species coming out from Thailand, but they're not really huge in the houseplant market. I think one of the reasons is because they do go dormant. And another problem is that they grow really fast. They're very, very fast to propagate. So there will never be a rare plant ever. Look at this Dischidia ruskifolia, variegated. Ah, my gosh, they really capture my attention. Something about them that I really, really adore. They're very popular in Thailand, but I don't know why they're not in Indonesia. A pot like this would set me back a lot of money in Indonesia. Oh my gosh. This is a Tradescantia, and I think the Silla montana is the one that I have, and I've done a video on how to propagate these. But the Silla montana is like silver leaves. I don't know why this is green with like yellow. Maybe it is hybrid because it has a little bit of pink as well. So I'm gonna assume it is a hybrid. They do flower very frequently, which is going to suggest that they may hybridize very easily. But correct me if I'm wrong. I really love their shape like this. They grow beautifully, fast growing, easy to grow. Based on the faded sign, this could be 75 baht only. Oh my gosh, I'm really, really tempted to get this. Beautiful pots of Colocasia. I don't know if this is the one that's called white lava, but it's formed such a beautiful clump. I saw a lot of the rare variegated Colocasias in the market, in the rare plant market a few days ago, but I still love these classic ones. And the Clusia rosea, still stunning to me. I really think that they can take off someday as like houseplants. They're actually quite beautiful. All right, I think it's time to bid you farewell. I'm actually drenched in rain, and a lot of the stores decided to close their shops because it just was hopelessly raining all day long, and I think customers aren't really shopping around today. But I want to thank you guys for watching this very random episode all the way to the very end, and hopefully these updates are helpful for you guys, and it also helps keep me in check as to what I'm doing and where I'm going with this channel and all that good stuff. Please do comment to keep this channel interactive. I want to know what you guys think, and subscribes and views have been going up, so I really want to thank you guys for sticking around. And if you want to help the channel out further, you can also join my Patreon account and also the YouTube members. I want to send you positive energy from Chiangmai, and I hope that you guys are doing well. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you, Patreon members, for supporting the channel. Should you consider joining as a member, the Patreon link is Sean from Only Plants. It can also be found in this video description. I've started producing bonus contents for members. These include plant hauls, plant shopping, and mini bite-sized adventures. The same bonus contents will also be unlocked for you if you join to become a YouTube member of the channel. There is a monthly membership fee as small as a cup of coffee a month. Simply go to Only Plants channel page and click join. Your contributions help me grow the channel, do better content, and have a better quality of life. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart.